Hey, how's it going everyone? OutlawClient here, back again this week for another episode of Skullgirls Online Battles for my Fisticuffs Friday. And this time I'll be having some even more fast and frantic online battles, so yeah, just consider this as round 2. But anyway, I actually forgot to mention last time, I really do love the music in this game. I mean, you've probably guessed by the title, well, the introductions that I've done for both videos already, but it has a really nice jazzy feel to it, and I mean, jazz is a genre of music that I really do enjoy. I mean, it can be done wrong, so yeah, I just want to tell you guys, I assure you, you won't be taken for a little ride with this music track. But again, like I was saying, I think it really works well with the fast-paced battling and everything. It just has a much different tone to other games such as Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which tried to do that jazz style. But again, I have to admit, I really think this game was inspired to a certain extent by Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but again, like I said, this is more fitting for the gameplay style. And actually, the producer of the music actually worked on the Castlevania game series, so yeah, you might be able to hear a bit of a resemblance in some of the soundtracks. But anyway, moving on to the match. So first up, I'm up against a really skilled Valentine solo player, and just because Valentine is solo doesn't necessarily mean that she's gonna, well, it doesn't mean that I'm at a huge advantage, because, you know, it's 2 against 1, but like I was saying last time, it really does even up the characters. So again, one character on their own will be like extremely powerful, whereas two characters in a team will just be like averagely powered, and when you have 3 people, then they're like 3 weak characters. So yeah, this game really does balance it out quite nicely, and it's a feature that I would have liked to see in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, especially since we've had the old 3 vs 3 since the second one. But anyway, moving on to this match, such a close match here. Managed to pull off that final ultimate move, and I managed to take the game. But again, I think that Valentine player made one mistake in that last combo, and that could have actually cost me the match. So yeah, very lucky there. But anyway, moving on to the next match, and I have my match up against the same guy that I was playing previously last week. And as I was saying, we had quite a few intense matches. I mean, I think few is an understatement. I think we went something like 10 matches or something, I really can't remember, but we had quite a few good matches, and it was like really fast, really intense, and we were about the same skill level then. And I don't know if I'll be able to say the same thing now, but no, we were quite close together in terms of skill last time, so again, we were having really interesting matches. But anyway, here you can see him using Philia, a character that I think is probably among the top 5. I mean, she has some extremely quick moves. She performs really well in the air, to be honest, against most characters, and that's just what I've observed so far. So yeah, pretty good. But anyway, another feature that I didn't explain about Big Band is the fact that after you use his bagpipes move, you can actually like charge up his attack. So one of his supers, like his level 1 super where he rushes in with the trombone, I'm not really sure what that move is called, but after it will allow you to do like a flurry of punches, and it will do even more damage. So to be honest, it's actually more powerful than certain level 3s, but again, when you do that taunt, it will sort of leave you really vulnerable for a good 2 seconds, I believe, or something, like 2 to 3 seconds. So you should really use it like maybe when you get a wall bounce from your opponent, because they'll like go into a hard knockdown, and it will take a bit longer for them to recover, and it will give you the time to just charge it up. But again, it's very useful, and as you saw before, I also used it in I can use it on my air super, and it will add like a little bell effect where it will grab the enemy if you're close enough and like shake them in a bell. So yeah, that's something to consider. But again, luckily I managed to take that second round. And the thing about Misfortune there is that I might have explained it in the previous episode as well, but the thing is that you do not want to be caught in between her head and body, because when you're caught in between her head and body, well, you will be sandwiched, and you can unleash multiple attacks that can be quite difficult for the opponent to break out of, even if they decide to push block. But anyway, like I was saying in the last episode, Misfortune has a huge amount of pressure that she can put on her opponents, like with and without her head on, so just be wary of that. And it can be especially difficult to try and hit her head because it's just so small. But anyway, moving on to the next match, and this is the 3rd and final match against everyone's favourite cartoon maniac, Peacock. Now Peacock, as I said, is like based off of some old cartoon characters, and she uses like a range of bizarre moves. I mean, you'll probably see quite a lot that she's using some projectile moves, and she has that Peacock beam. Is it called I have no idea what it's actually called, but I'm just going to call it the Peacock beam for now because it looks like a peacock. She's called Peacock, and I see a beam, so yeah, Peacock beam it is. But anyway, she's more of a zoner, and to be honest, one of the more annoying zoners. I mean, you want to look for the definition of zoner, you got one right there. Peacock is absolutely ridiculous with the amount of stuff she can put on screen at once. But anyway, if you keep watching later, you'll see that she does use the Peacock beam again, and I have to admit it's not actually a safe move when you use it in the corner, which is quite smart of him to use it mid-screen, because again, it will there's quite a lot of recovery on that move, so it will take you a while to recover, of course, and you can be punished during that time. But anyway, look how close it is with the health bar there. You see that I tried to get my head off so that I could unleash a few attacks. It might be make it really difficult for her to block, but unfortunately, after I used the head move, it slid right under her as she jumped. I mistimed it, but it was a very close match, and the other guy managed to take the match. So again, I'm not too sour, I'm just be crying in the corner here. But no, anyway, it was a really nice match, and I think he really deserved it. He made quite a nice comeback there. But so anyway, if you enjoyed watching this episode, guys, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and I will be back next week with some more. Thanks again for watching, and peace out.